yeux, je l'ai pendu. Celui qui t'aime là-bas, et la déesse de la chance.
I find that funny, right? Because you see everybody moving around. I feel like, what is what people do when between Christmas and the New Year's? Such a weird spot that you got to fill up between one and the other, and then it's such an obligation because because then you got mixtures of everybody. You got kids. Somehow kids are always in the mix of it. I'm telling you guys, I have to do away with the t-shirts, man. I'm 37. Turn 38 this next month.
You look like Bob Dylan.
We were talking about that today.
Yeah?
Too. I was like, yeah, because I used to play. Remember, I used to play a lot of on my second. I used to skip second lunch and go play like Bob Dylan songs and like Bright Eye songs and random stuff like folk songs. And my journalism teacher's class, and like so I'd be there and I would sit and show up. It was like a really weird beatnik time of life. Not enough with all of them. I think more on a personal note, I'll wear t-shirts, but I think it's like kind of like trying to be on an everyday, like, okay, this is where I've landed, let's embrace it. Yeah, I think it just depends.
You just got a whole different mentality.
I think just people are, yeah, like I think it just really depends, man. And I mean, perspective is everything, man. Let your vision power your decisions. And it's just backwards. It's completely backwards. Everybody is like, you got the kids act like adults, the adults act like kids, which isn't too far from the truth. Which is why I kind of think would be very funny and I think introspective for, I think, this time and age. I think there's so much stuff. I don't know if you see a lot of the work that comes out in the area film-wise.
From
like,
here?
Yeah, like where it's very rooted in a lot of these sort of commercialized genres or sort of topics like so-and-so was someone's girlfriend, there's a killer on the loose, mafia and cartel, border violence, and there's so much land to like really film. It's like crazy.
I was thinking about
skip
all
out
of that.
on so much of that availability land-wise and space-wise. I think we always ran into that problem living in LA, trying to film in places like we're just like going over the hills and trying to get to the like certain parts in the desert. I think things are like, they eventually become a problem because it's such a distant thing, and here you have such really quick contrast between being in a town versus being in no man's land. And very quickly right across, like it's a skip jump and a hop away, right? So it's like the potential's there for location. Sometimes it's like I think people sort of miss out on that really that creation of a different world, whether it feels relatable or not, or it's based off reality or not. I think it's fun to just create it, environment-wise, shot-wise, talking about characters, the contrast of characters and the depth of the characters sometimes are very, like, only so far. This has been a thing, like, where it's like a lot of people coming out of town, coming out of country, China, India, firing up land, developing it because nobody else will. It's going faster and faster every year. Like every year, you see it. It's happening. It seems like specs, but the fact that it's happening back to back to back to back to back to back, and people are getting shorted money and sort of like that, and they're swindling and they're pocketing money and they're writing off these events to get their funding for it as a tax break and don't even live in the city. Like, so it's like it's a capitalist venture to come in here and basically soak up and use the people of the land to make profit and then basically leave it off that. Like you come, you know how Kendrick said, he said you run to Atlanta when you need a check balance. You need to go when you need to get that money up. You go and you use the people of that land and whatever the resources are to amp up that.
Until it's
that
dried
work.
up.
Dried up, exactly, soak it up and leave, you know what I'm saying? It's the same concept that right now too with the Panama Canal. It's like, I mean, these are the black holes and the loopholes that we don't get to see or talk about, at all, ever.
It really hasn't changed except the fact that it's people with money that are coming from out of town.
Mm-hmm. Once I've already done this over here, I might go to somewhere else. I should have 100 lime trees. That one lime tree is not gonna fit the bill for the whole year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Adieu joli Candy, c'est à Orly que finissent les vacances à Paris. Adieu joli Candy, une voix t'appelle, c'est l'heure déjà de t'en aller. Qui t'emmène vers l'Angleterre. Adieu joli Candy, tu m'écriras, tu le dis, mais on dit toujours ça. Adieu joli Candy, je regretterai ton sourire et tes fautes de français. Mais cet avion te ramène en Angleterre. Adieu joli Candy, adieu joli Candy, je deviendrai un souvenir, une photo de vacances. Adieu joli Candy, celui qui t'aime là-bas, il a bien de la chance.